Alright, K. Yep, I hit the button and I have no idea where I'm going. My brain first comes up with Klondike, because I guess like Klondike bars or something, which I never really liked that much anyway. I never really liked that chocolate on the outside of ice cream thing. Never made a whole lot of sense to me. Crunchy ice cream never made any sense. I haven't had ice cream in so many years. Anyway, ice cream. Anyway, okay, that's it's a tough word. Crazy? No, that's not quite right. Cucamonga? Another. Not much you can do with that word. So maybe we should just extract K out of the vocabulary. Kind. What can I do with that? There's two kinds of kind, or at least two. Kindness and that kind of animal. Both good subjects, I suppose. Kindness, it's just basically, yeah, try not to make a mess. There's no value in not being kind. It's one of these words where, really there is no such thing. There's just not doing the opposite. Don't be mean. Don't be unkind. Don't be an asshole. It's not that difficult. Kind, the other kind of kind, you could go places with that. All the kinds of living thing, because again, that's sort of an important argument to a lot of this background. Certain individuals keep talking about life as if it's one kind of organism, and it's not. Living things live very differently. We live because our heart beats and our lungs take in oxygen. Cellular animals live based on a whole different set of criteria. They're about a nucleus and some cellular parts and a membrane, and that's it. Their organs are just little chemical machines, where our organs are big blobs of gooey crap. They contain millions or billions of cells, individual cells. So we are a product of a collective. So we're not even, it's kind of silly to call the cells, little microorganisms, and even the cells that make up a plant that are kind of working independently. They're just tied to each other by biology and chemistry, but they're sort of independently functioning in a lot of ways. And these organisms, these living things that are built out of colonies, we essentially have like a whole forest of variety of colonies that make us up. Hundreds of little organs that individually do different things and create different things, and through those differences create a collective that creates what we experience as our conscious existence. Conscious, it's almost a K word. Maybe we ought to just start spelling a lot of the C words with a K, and that way we'd have more K words and there wouldn't be so many C words. There's a ton of C words. Kind of like Karina. She's really, whatever it is, Catherine or something. And, but Karina, that's a good one. Christina. Yeah, Christina Applegate. Yeah, with a K. I like that. I wonder if she had that stupid cruddy kid thing. Ugh. Anyway, now I'm way off subject. So never mind. Uphill walking. Yeah. So till next time and such. So forth. Whatnot. Alright, guess it's L's turn. Yeah, loser. Yeah, just pop. That's got to be the first word, right? long, loser, and yeah, that's it. For L words. Anyway, but loser's a good concept, just because it gets to this whole competition thing, and how really insidious it is. You know, I mean, I'm very competitive. You know, yeah, I always was, and especially with my own standards. Even, you know, I apply my own achievement standards, and so yeah, I'm always trying to do better than the past, or do, well, I am trying is not even a good word anymore. It's a funny echo because it's a piece of wood. Anyway, yes, I'm carrying a piece of wood. It's kind of heavy, actually. And so anyway, with this whole loser thing, yeah, it's just so destructive. Because you think for every winner, there's all those losers. It's like they just had that stupid basketball thingy, I think they just had it. And you know, there's all these teams in the final tournament, and yeah, only one of them's going to win. And so you have a whole bunch of guys who are, you know, crying in their cornflakes or their Wheaties. You know, they're not going to be able to be the MVP, and they're not going to be on the Wheaties box, and they're not going to be famous and wonderful and marvelous. And, you know, just so one guy can be all that stuff. So it's kind of a dismal failure in terms of a psychological experience. You know, there's very little good, lots of downside. Whoa. Because, you know, failure is no fun. Losing is no fun. You know, unless you're an adult like me, yeah, and you sort of acquire a taste for it. Hey, okay. So, you know, who needs to, you know, these expectations, this competition thing, we should really find some more constructive way to entertain ourselves. You know, any competition we embrace ought to have, you know, a really tight, you know, demand that there be some sort of efficiency to it. Oh, that was the other E word. You know that you know, everybody kind of learns, everybody gets better. You know that it's an achievement thing. Yeah, there's a competition, but the end result isn't, you know, this huge difference between total victory and total failure. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it is just one of those, the natures of the game kind of thing. You know, this competition thing, and people think it's such a great thing, and it's really a fucking disaster that we need to feed our egos this way, that we need to do this stupid alpha thing. You know, that we can't just gain the gratification, you know, from just doing the best, and that somehow that would be enough. Yeah, anyway, enough of a video. Yeah, it's a letter video. It should have been shorter, sorry. Until next time. Ah, yes, they have cut my golf course. Yay! Yay! Alright, letters. Might as well. I think we're on M. Lots of good M words. I probably should think about this. Magic. You know, pops into the head. Puma. No, King Kong. It's a dog tennis ball. Yeah, they make dog tennis balls just for dogs. Anyway, what a world. What a world. What a world. Alright, yeah, there's no magic. It's gotta be better M words. But whatever. No mystery either. There's just undiscovered truths. And there really isn't that many. Yeah, that's probably the good one. Mystery. Just we can make fun of that. Yeah, we've unraveled so much of it. We really know why things are doing what they're doing. You know, it's not a mystery anymore. We know what the wind is. We know what the sun is. We know what the sky's doing. We know where all this stuff came from. We know billions of years blah 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 blah, evolution, this consuming, DNA molecule replicating, blah blah blah. No rhyme or reason, just chemistry. Funky, weird chemistry. Yep. It's a kind of fire that's burning. That's all it is. It's a chemical reaction, a kind of oxidation, you can almost call it. This is the way the planet Earth rusts when there's a DNA molecule present. It provides a catalyst, and everything does this funky, weird chemistry thing happens. But that's all it is. It's rust on a planet. I know you don't want to be called rust, but that's what you are. You're rust. You're funky, weird, crazy frickin' rust. Yeah, you know, not that complicated. Really simple, actually. Really incredibly, sillily, stupidly simple. And yeah, aggrandize yourself with all kinds of delusions of purpose and point and all that kind of crap. But you're just a very fast-moving stalagmite. Of course, the consciousness thing is interesting. Yes, yes. It's not magic, but it's interesting. But yeah, it's only interesting because we have an interest in psychology. So it's just part of the addiction mechanism. It's part of how fascinating, you know, ooh, 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 ooh. It's just more of that ooh, ooh, ooh stuff. It doesn't mean anything. So get a grip. And such. And till later. And such. Long day already. It's barely begun. Till later. I guess we'll do a letter N, and seems obvious. Negative, 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 negative. I'm too negative. Yeah. But the whole idea of negative, the whole idea of deprivation, lacking, let's see, what else can we call it? Negative. Deficit, bad, debt, whatever, lots of words for negative. Anyway, yeah, just this whole idea that negative is what makes the whole thing run. The whole thing runs on negative. So it's almost like I think the universe itself probably does run on this idea of gravity, the hole asking to be filled. You know, I have a theory about that. I have to get to finishing that someday. Yeah, life is doing the same sort of thing. Create a negative space, and that will oblige it to, like a magnet, to chase the positive, to chase the completion, if we could call it that, the regaining the satisfaction of it. And when that negative space can go almost supernova, in the sense that you can have a complete deprivation of your sensual quiet. Not only a deprivation, a desire, a need, but you can have a whole new dimension of need when you're in harsh pain, suffering. Spider on my hand. Anyway, yeah, it goes to a whole new dimension. Double negative. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's sort of an important concept to recognize that this is the energy in the system, is the creation of the red number, and the black number obviously would be correcting for the negative space, eliminating it, preventing it. It's the logical thing to do, because the negative is bad. It's and it's certainly tragic when it's bad enough. Horrific, catastrophically negative, catastrophically broken, catastrophically not good. So that's enough. Yeah. My arm's already tired. Man, I'm going to be in big trouble. Gotta make a video. Anyway, till next time, and such.